welcome to the BOREDinDE podcast, and now with your hosts, Uncle Tuck and G-Jones. But Shizz, man, let me share a funny ass story. I think I might have shared it with you already, or I might have told Jarrell. But all the years we got in the game together, it I was this old when I figured out Carnage is just part of your name.
Oh, yes.
Nigga, I just thought, I was like, yo, maybe he just like Carnage. Like, it never dawned on me till one day you post something, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, his last name's Carnage. I was like, oh, this nigga. I was like, man, you just ever be embarrassed at yourself, be like, yo, you can't be this slow, nigga. Yeah, you was slow like frozen ketchup. Like all these years through the first time, yo, cause dog, I was rolling with you when you got the tattoo, all that. It never dawned on me that you adopted that moniker because your last name's Carn and Carn. Yeah, man. I was today's years old when I figured that shit out, man. I said, "Oh man, god damn."
You thought it was a name purely based off of aggression, huh?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like we gonna have some carnage and shit. It never dawned on me that his name's Shawn Carn. Like, oh man.
Hey, yo, Shawn, he thought you was like Spider-Man. He was like, oh, okay, I get it. This nigga's, he was used to be Spider-Man. Now he's Carnage. This is what we
right. Oh man, yeah, dog. I was slow for that one and shit. I was slow for that. But dog, man, how long you been fighting now, man? Because I figure it was almost 20 years now.
I've been training Jujitsu for 13 years now.
Okay.
But I've been grappling stuff since I was 6 years old. So that's kind of rolled into the next one.
Yeah, cause I remember seeing one of them grappling pictures where he's like this, little corn and shit.
Yeah. All skinnied out.
Oh man, but shit, 13 years, yeah. Cause when we was all working together, you was just getting started on that, right?
I was doing a couple matches, and I was actually training in Comcast, running up and down the hallways, outside, late nights and stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, damn. See that I didn't know. That I didn't know, man. Is it something that you always wanted to do as far as MMA and jiu-jitsu and everything?
Since I wrestled when I was 6, and then it went from that to doing karate for a couple of years, and then I did a couple of years of judo. And then after college, I didn't have nothing else to do. So I was like, all right, that's when I met Joel and met Eva, got married. And I was like, I need to find something else to get back in shape and all that stuff. So then I found jiu-jitsu. I said, and after that, it's like, all right, it's just like wrestling. So let me see how well I can adapt to this. And stuff just cascaded and snowballed from there. I just picking up more and more, learning more, traveling more. And like I've expanded my library or my knowledge of grappling like tremendously since.
And you know what, man? I feel sorry for any of them little cats that be trying to holler at your daughters, man, because it's like, yo, her daddy is guaranteed to whip your ass. It's like you could just walk around with a shirt, be like, man, don't make me use my gifts on you. like, yo.
She gonna come home with a date. You gonna be standing at the door with nothing but the karate gi on, like ready. Hey, say something. Hold up, you see the belt, brother? You see the TV in the background showing him slamming niggas.
Well, catch him off guard. Like, what's your dad do? Oh, he's in IT. Like, oh, he's a nerd. Like, all right. He's like, wait a minute. What's some belts on the wall? And what's some trophies for? Like, your dad. What's that poster? Hold on, is that your dad? Like, yeah. So, oh yeah, he fights too. Like, yeah. I'm not coming by here no more.
It's like you could put somebody in the hospital and hook their computer up so they can get free Wi-Fi while they recuperating and everything.
You gonna look at them like, hey, look in the front yard. You're gonna see a circle. Go stand in the middle of it. Don't take your whipping, okay? You'll see my dad standing right in the middle of that circle. We're gonna slap his knees and fuck you up.
But Shizz, answer this question for me though, man. When it comes to like all the training and everything you do, it's much more than fighting. Like, is it like through the training? Do you find yourself like you're more at peace, even though you got the skill set where you can break a motherfucker off?
Yeah, I said to me, it's more my stress reliever. So everybody's like therapy and all that stuff. That's my therapy. Like for everybody in our community, that's our church. So we go there to kind of let loose, to cut up and all that stuff. they think of get everything that's been bothering stuff off their mind. So I go in there and I just briefly let loose and train. I said, me, it's when you get higher up in levels, they call it human chess. So it's me strategically planning, doing certain stuff, certain moves, and understand how stuff moves, how stuff gets played to be like a couple steps ahead of somebody else. I said, so when you first starting off, it's like Legos. I get a bag of Legos, just pour on the floor, you build whatever you want to build. And understand, all right, wherever you build, somebody's going to break it. You got to, all right, put something back together. And as you do, it goes from Legos to checkers to chess. So now you understand how to intricate and ways moving and the thought process, how stuff goes. I said, you know my thought process. So I'm always thinking something. I said, so you got to figure out how this works to get this point A, point B. And somebody else knows that exact trail to get to point A, point B. So now I got to figure out another way to get them to walk them down that road to go something totally different to get to where I want to.
Now, have you ever found yourself having to rely on those talents in like a real world situation?
The thought process all the time. I said that's just kind of always a way thing, especially us being in IT. I said it's just thinking how stuff works, figuring out problem solving and figuring out a way to stop something or figure out how to circumvent certain things or workarounds. This is a big world of workarounds. All right, somebody stop it from doing this. I gotta figure out how to do this to get to this point. I said, but as far as like the physical aspect of it, it's kind of resolving issues without having to actually put my hands on somebody else. All right, how to talk them up to this, or how to negate them to do this, or somebody's kind of getting physical, how to keep them from harming themselves or from harming me or somebody else, but without actually physically doing like more damage to themselves.
Now, let me ask: are any of your daughters following in your footsteps as far as
Not really. The oldest one comes and she watches. She understands certain techniques. She knows some of the self defense stuff. Baby, she comes around. She rolls around. Some of the matches stuff. The middle one, she watches it, but they don't really actively train.
Yeah, because I know the baby, I seen her grapple you a couple times, but that be just playing like, let me just beat up on dad in the house.
They have that in the back of their mind, so they know how to stop somebody from grabbing them. They know how to defend themselves. Somebody trying to take them away, or how to break free of certain stuff. Somebody trying to headlock them. They know how to defend that stuff. So that stuff that's independent to them because they've been around. I said, but like the active training and all stuff, they don't really got it. I haven't pushed them into it, so they want to do it. I'll teach them. They don't really want to get into it, so I let them be.
Yeah, what's their ages now, man?
17, 15, and 5.
Wow. Damn.
You remember about the oldest one in the car seat.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Would you want them to go into it with it being thought of not just the training? Would you want them to compete?
Yeah, they can compete. I know a couple of females. I know one that's actually in the UFC. And I know one who she's trained with down in Maryland, and they used to like tear up the scene. Like, 2 black females, like completely destroyed everybody on the scene. I said, and like just having them watch them, like yo, that's kind of yo. I said, in this sport, I said the black community is really not that dominant, and we kind of stick together. So I have a group of guys up here that I train with on a regular basis, and it's a guy from California I train with named Dom Hopkins that I train with. He comes out over here every once in a while. We have a black collective that you get together, we all sort of stuff together, such, and then we do like the big stage fight up in Philly, fight to win, and we all go up there and train together, go up there and fight our own fights, such, come back, train again, and he goes back to California, everybody goes back to where it's supposed to be at, and then we do it again, like probably twice or three times a year.
Now, how often do you train? Just you?
Me, my regular training schedule is 2 to 3 times a week. So Monday, Tuesdays, I train in my gym. Wednesdays, I actually go down to a gym in Maryland and teach one of our associate schools. And Fridays, I just picked up Fridays. So I take a Fridays, I do teach classes. Thursdays, I take a day off, and Saturdays, I take a day off. And Sundays is kind of float if I want to go train or not.
Okay. So what's
If
your
I'm getting
favorite?
ready for the tournament, I'm training every day of the week.
Okay, well, what's your favorite fighting style, or you just incorporate a bits and pieces for all of them, whatever works for you?
I said for me, my fighting style is kind of a mixture of everything. But I've done each discipline separately. So I didn't go to one place. I do like a one-stop shop. So I go to some place that shows like this little part here, this little part here, this little part here. My dad always had me do one discipline first and train something else and do that one discipline first. So I knew like that's my raw thing, and that's
Mm-hmm.
their bread and butter. So I learn their bread and butter stuff, and then I go to something else and I learn what their bread and butter stuff is, and I incorporate it myself. So that's somebody who knows like the mixture of stuff and missing gaps, certain things. It's a lot harder. It's easier for me to put my own stuff together and have somebody try to put their feel of things together.
Right. Now, with us all being from, having an IT background, when we watch certain movies, especially when it comes to hacking or some sort of infiltration, you'd be like, yo, that shit not sweet like that. So I could just imagine you being a trained fighter. You got to look at some of these fight scenes and be like, man, you just fucked around, broke your arm doing some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, I say a lot of stuff it is like that. I know like a lot of stuff that actually the John Wick stuff is real. Like he actually trained like certain stuff. He trained some a lot of Brazilian jiu-jitsu stuff, and the movements that he does is actually particular moves that somebody can throw, but you can't. You have to know what you're doing in order to throw certain moves. You can't just like somebody on the street and jump up and hook them and roll them over and toss them off you. I said, and there's some stuff that some people take from that move and use in the gym now because they've seen it in the movie. But you
Mm-hmm.
can't just go and throw it because it's not gonna work out how you want to.
Favorite martial artist?
I say my favorite one is actually Michael Jai White.
Okay.
Just the fact that how humble he is, and like I follow all he does in the community and the way he teaches and shows certain techniques and such. He explains to you why he's doing certain and how he's doing certain stuff and where he learned certain things. And like I've always followed him. I said Bruce Lee is like my all time, but like
Mm-hmm.
actively it's Michael Jai White just because the way he shows and goes about certain techniques, certain moves. This is how he did this. This is why he did this. This is where he learned this from somebody else. And it's like it's always been on point.
Now, do you go back and look at some of the old 80s and 90s action heroes and be like, yo, they got some shit with you? Because I know, to me, Van Damme is hilarious now. I watch his movies strictly for the comedy. Seagal, I still like some of his earlier flicks, but man, once that motherfucker put on some weight, how you gonna be in the chair like this and shit? You fighting like 30 motherfuckers and you in the chair just waving around. Now, one person that I did meet that I actually liked was Jeff Speakman. I met him in person at one of these Comic Cons in Philly like years ago, and he seemed like a real cool dude, down to earth. I was just told by some other fighters, it's like, yo, Jeff used to have some fast hands, but Father Time catches up with you now. It's just a regular handshake.
Yeah, that's how it is. So you got some people like, all right, like, yo, he was the guys in the UFC like Matt Serra and all stuff. Like, yo, like them cats was like prime time back then in the day. Like BJ Penn, like yeah. So you see him now, like yo, what happened to you, man? Like yo, like you let time catch up with you. I said, but there's some people like yo, you like, all right, yo, he kind of slowed down. I said, and you get to roll around with him, like yeah, I don't want no parts of that guy whatsoever.
I gave Jason Statham a nookie one good time. Just ran up on him, bald head, put him in the headlock. Bang, bang. You see what I'm saying? That's what I did to him. He said he was going to kick my ass. I hopped up on the helicopter. I was out. Okay? Because I'm an action star too. That was a lot. That's all I got to say about that.
Jarrell's a fucking nut. Hey, Shizz, how do you prepare for a fight though? When you got a match coming up and everything, is there certain things you do? Do you go on a raw eggs diet or something, or you up your cardio or something?
It depends. If I'm not worried about my weight, I just do technique. So I do a lot of technique and such. I don't do any weight training, so I don't do the lifting weights and being in the gym. I never was. My dad never had me do it before, so I can't really get into it now. So I do like running the hills and mile runs, push ups, sit ups, crunches, running up bleachers and stuff, like picking a bag, holding bags, like the old school stuff, grabbing jugs of water, walking up and down the stairs, like that stuff. I'm used to that the grueling type techniques.
Okay.
But I usually get in where I'm at and I'll train like 3 or 4 hours straight on certain techniques and certain flows that I want to do. So I get certain people in certain positions. I want to go a certain flow. I'll do a certain flow over and over again until I get it down pat to somebody can't stop it. And I try another one and do that over and over again until somebody can't stop it. It's just getting in a mindset of trying to do things where it's now second nature, not a thought. All right, I had to do this. I just start moving through it or flowing through it.
So you just go repetitive until it becomes just muscle memory, and it's just you could just do it without thought or concentration or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever found yourself like watching your opponents like highlight reels or something, like how they would do other sports? Like, do you watch?
I used to do that. I said, but now I got to point. I don't. It's really no point. I said in this sport, it's a 50-50 chance. It's always a 50-50 chance. No matter the person's been training for 30 years or 5 months. I say it's 50-50 chance. If they're in your bracket and they're up coming against you and stuff that I do, I train for like the major tournaments, like the international tournaments. So if you're in an international tournament, you're already a badass. So if you're coming in there, you know you got some shit with you. So I can't just go in there and say, all right, I'm just gonna walk through people because yes, you're going into alliance then. So I gotta know what I'm going against, and I'm not really gonna look at somebody because they'll probably change their game completely up. I said I do it all the time. I said people check my high reels like, yo, he did this move in this one, he did this move in this one. He doesn't start stuff off the same exact way. I never start off the same exact way just to keep everybody guessing. I said, but people will know that they'll be here. All right, watch the guys take downs. So all right, cool. I want to take down. I'll sit and the work for them. I said, and they'll all right. So then we gotta watch them sitting down. All right, cool. I do takedowns. I said, just kind of switching it up with some people. So I can usually tell how a person is gauging me or when we first shake hands and start off, how you're standing. Well, I know what I'm working with.
Cause I was just wondering because it's like you said, once you get in the ring, you know that motherfucker's on your level. So it's kind of like, just get in there and do your best and everything. Like, how far have you traveled with this? Like, I hear you mention international. Have you been out of the country yet?
I've been in Japan. I've been to Ireland. We have a gym out in Ireland. I've been out there. I've been out there once. I've been to China and trained. We go to Canada every year. I said I'm trying to get other try to ask more stamps on my passport to go travel a little more.
Now like you've been doing this 13 years. I know you got some solid brotherhoods with some of these cats that you started off training with. What's your relationship with them outside the gym?
Like the gym that I'm at, it's like family. I said we have my association, RMNU, it's Hobson Moores Nations United. I think we have like 40 different schools under our association, and it's international. We got guys in Brazil, Ireland, Hawaii. We got I think we got one in Germany. I said, but it's like I can actually go and say, yo, I'm coming in town and I'm coming out to train or I'll come out to do a seminar. They'll basically, yo, no problem. You're coming in the gym, such and such. They'll set up a seminar for me, set me up housing, all that stuff. Go out there, train, teach, just come back.
Oh, that's real family then.
We do a yearly camp every year in Tampa. It's actually coming up in October. It's usually like 300 or 400 people show up. It's like a plethora of black belts or so. I said, and we go out there and all new people come in there, they learn stuff. I go help down there and teach and such. I said, it's like a big family reunion for our camp.
Okay. Now, getting back to tournaments and matches, you ever just face an opponent and just be like, man, I know I'm about to fuck this cat up?
Yeah. I kind of get that when everyone I go against. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you going with that mentality?
I'm about to get this dude to work. I said, I don't get that. I might lose this match. I'm like, nah. If I'm on the stage, and you're on the stage. I'm about to get this dude to work. Whether I get my butt kicked or not, I'm not going down without a fight.
Now, what was your best victory, or your most memorable victory?
Most memorable victory. It's actually my most memorable victory was actually a loss. I actually went to nationals and basically I ran through everybody in the division. I was doing like I think like 3 or 4 tournaments a month or so training for this. So every weekend I was hitting the tournament, and then I finally went to nationals and I had like 8 or 9 people in my division, and I submitted everybody up to the finals, but I got disqualified in the finals for a shady call. And then I was
shady
like,
call.
You know what? Yeah, they call this thing called a knee reaping, and I had my leg locked across something, and the guy pushed it across, which in that aspect, the person who pushed my leg over should have got disqualified, but they disqualified me for it. So I was upset. You know what? Watch it. My dad was like, forget about it. Don't worry about it. Go to the next division. Do what you do. So I went to the next division, pissed off. I wiped through everybody that. Got to the finals. Got disqualified. Same exact thing again.
Man, that's interesting. That your a loss was like your most memorable victory. I guess every fight's like a learning experience, regardless if you win or lose. It's just all about the friendly sport of competition.
Well, see,
yeah, the guy beat. He was like, you said, yo, you won that. I said, I can't even argue with it. So I said, you won it. He said, I don't know why you called that. So I was like, I got it on tape too. I said, he said, I'll give you the medal. I said, don't worry about it, dude. I'm not impressed about it. I said, I know where I'm at. I know where I'm fair at. So it's no big deal.
Do you know why that? Well, like was there any way you could avoid getting that call again? Like how'd you stop getting that call again? Like
after they changed the rules like a year later. So now it's just a penalty to the person who pulled it. So back then it was a disqualification, automatic, strict disqualification. And then people kept taking advantage of it. So people were taking advantage of pushing across and getting hit with the same thing. I said after that tournament, I stopped doing that move altogether. I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna get hit with it no more. I'm gonna stop doing the move altogether. I said, then they changed the rules. So I was like, all right, cool. I can go back to doing what I was doing.
Yeah, because some people might say that ref. Yeah, some people might say that ref was working with New England or something like that. He one of the New England refs and shit. Like, I ain't see it happen that way.
Yeah, it was the same ref that called the bad call on my Cowboys this weekend, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Okay? This ain't about that conversation. But
and you know, I was this close to cracking the cowboy joke, but I forgot that's who you ride with. So I'm like, let me stay in my minimal sports lane and shit. Let me not go there with that.
Wasn't it?
It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I'm used to this life.
Now, Shizz, I know you got people that you look up to, but have you ever had somebody come up and say, look, man, I've been following you for a while, man. I look up to you, man. You like one of my inspirations when I, got started to get in the ring.
Yeah, I get that randomly. Like random people hitting me up saying, yo, I look up to you, son such. I got a thing on Facebook where it asks you to be a mentor, and people be dinging me all the time. Like, all right, well, I'm just a regular person. I don't have real highlight reels. I'm not a world champion. I said, it was like, yo, but I like your style. I like how you put videos up here. I like how you explain certain things. I like how you do this and such. Like you have like a no care attitude as far as what techniques you want to do, and like you're not basically pushing somebody to do something such. You say you're just going out there and do what you do. I said, but it's kind of humbling. Like, yo, people are looking up to me, especially kids in the gym. Like, yo, Mr. Shawn, I need you to show me this. All right, I'll show you how to do this.
Yo, because that's definitely a blessing because, man, let me tell you, I had a situation probably about 5 years ago where I got into a disagreement with somebody. Now, you know me, I'm an old head. I'm an old school brawler and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to take you out in the first 3 punches or whatever. I don't have no skill, no formal training, nothing like that. And this cat, basically, like, we never got face to face. That was the first signal. But this cat would relay messages telling like, yo, tell Big Dog watch out because I'm an MMA fighter. And I'm like, all the guys I know that train MMA don't put that out in the universe like that. They're more about, let's squash it, like peaceful resolution. This guy was on some old like, I train this and this. And I was like, come on, dog. I ain't afraid of no ass whipping. I'm a kid of the 70s. I got some wins. I got some losses, but you gonna know I was there. And the one time I did see this cat, motherfucker ran from me. I'm a big dude. I ain't really doing too much running this shit. He saw me. He was on the basketball court, and I just happened to pull up and got out the car. This nigga saw me and ran. I'm like, but you the MMA fighter. Said, nigga, I'm over here a Snickers away from type 2 diabetes, and you running from my ass and shit. What the fuck? But I got. Huh?
I need you to see, Tuck. See, there's a difference in some people, right? Mm-hmm. You said, hey, you want to knock niggas out, first 3 punches, bang, 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 right? You a brawler, right? Mm-hmm. Shawn said himself, he said, oh, I ain't get this big from lifting weights. If anybody said that to you, somebody should be nervous. Like, hey, listen, I got this big from lifting jugs. Put the weights down. Like, okay, they ready for some real.
So, nigga, I'm carrying couches upstairs by myself.
No, right.
Yeah,
right. The homie who came at you was like, I think I do MMA. Tell him I do MMA. Maybe he'll leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? He said, that's what he said. He said, tell him I did MMA. Maybe he'll leave me alone. He wasn't really like,
if anything, I wanted to be a side talk for somebody else. Like, yo, he does some stuff. He knows some shit.
Somebody else
already I had an issue when we went to a party, the MC party, and I'm walking around, and the guys, I have my 2 sergeants at arms. Walking around, says I'm the smallest one of the 3. Walking around, says that the guy bumps into me. Yo, you want this work? And they jumped in front, like, yeah, you really don't. You don't want to do that. Like, so I can take him down. He's like, we'll take you on. I said, you don't want to work. You don't want that work from him. And then the guy went back. He said, you know what? Came back later. I was like, you know what? I apologize. I didn't know who you were. I was like, I'm cool. I ain't got no words for you.
So nigga, you know you was this close to ICU. But yeah, dog, I got mad love and respect for you guys. Like I said, I'm not really big into sports, but on occasion I do, watch a couple of the matches. Like the whole versus battles, they come on that Fight TV app and stuff. So sometimes when I'm on the app, I might watch a match or two, and I'm like, yo, the training these cats go through, like just the endurance training by itself got my heart just jumping the beat. Like the fuck.
Rigorous, like my matches are 10 minutes long, like 10 minutes straight. I said, if I do a tournament, and I got a tournament, like the tournament I'm going to in November is the Masters Worlds in Vegas, and I have probably 100 people in my division, so split that in half. Would be my half division is 50. So I basically got primarily 25 people or 12 people I got to fight against to get to the finals. So that's 10 minutes and 12 people each.
Jarrell, this cat is fighting in the real live Kumite.
I've seen it in the movie. I've seen it. In the movies, they typically all run at you at once. You just
like some of the training. Like I can't remember the guy's name, and if he comes across this video, bro, I'm sorry, I apologize. But sometimes I go up to the school PS to walk the track, and I seen this cat. He had this big ass army knapsack on his back, just walking the track. And at the end, I was like, why are you carrying a sack around? He's like, I got like 200 pounds in there. I'm just, walking, building it up. I'm like, and he looked like he was about maybe 170, 180. So he's walking with another 200 pounds. Like he would walk the track, then he'll go up and down the steps, walk the track. And he did that because it took, I think I was out there for 30 minutes. He was definitely out there at least 20 minutes before me. And when I got finished my walk, he finished his. And, he's drenched in sweat and everything, but it was like that. It seemed like this cat got more energy from the walk than the rest. Cause like he had some big, like he had the kettlebells that you used to have. He had a couple of them in there. He had some other stuff, and it was like the big sacks that's like almost the size of your torso. And
go work bag.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow. So he had to be out there almost an hour. And like you said,
when players got the little sleighs, pushing sleighs. That's what we do. Carry body weight because that's what we have to deal with. Pushing my body weight, our same body weight, or a little bit more than that. Like I can do my division, or I can do what they call the open division. So open division, I got somebody from either 125 pounds to 200 plus, 230, 260, 300 pounds. I said, and I got a pair. I might get this guy or this guy. Generally, I know what the big dudes. So I'm like, all right, I ain't taking you down. I'm gonna try to find a way to topple you over somehow because I ain't getting on you for that.
I don't blame you, bro. I know my girl don't like it when I roll over on her. She be like, I'm tapping out. I'm like, I'm just trying to go to the bathroom. I ain't feel like getting up, so I just rolled over. I thought you was still asleep.
Well, I mean, you thought you was gonna wake her up. Like, what do you mean? You thought she was asleep, so you rolled over on her.
Like, girl, you gotta get this pancake. All right, man. Shizz, man. This has been great, man. But another question I gotta ask you before we roll out, man. What's your tips or suggestions for somebody that wants to get into this? Like, regardless, young or old, because I remember one time I talked to you, you was like, bruh, as long as you can get up and get out of bed, you can come train.
I say if you can do like regular exercises, that's pretty much what a lot of people come for. Regular, simple exercise. It's a lot, or it's intensive when you try to jump right into it. But just learning basic stuff, how to fall and get back up, how to protect yourself. You somebody knocks you over and you get back up, like that basic stuff. Like just basic stretching is kind of a main thing. So if you're trying to do like that, I said we have a lot of people that come there, and I just want to get in shape. And we have guys coming there starting like 200 pounds or 300 pounds. I'm getting at 200 pounds in like a couple of months. I say because they're actively moving, they're actively doing stuff. Like this sport does, and makes you move and use every muscle in your body, like virtually every muscle in your body. I said you'll be sore as hell afterwards, but you'll thank yourself for it later. I said so getting like we get kids to come in just because like the hyperactive or the ADHD, just now they have something to focus on. I said for the older people, they come in here because they just want to get limber and they want to actually move around and get into it. We got a guy who's 50 years old. He's actually going to the Master World with me too. 50 years old. You would never know he's 50 years old. I said, and he beat 20-year-old dudes up like they were nothing. I said, I know a lady who was, I think she's probably 63 now. When she first came in, she was frail. Like she was like a 10-year-old kid trying to push you. Like, all right, you're not really doing anything. I said, now she'll choke somebody out and be like, I don't want nothing from her.
Be like, damn, you gonna get choked out by grandma, and she gonna bake you some cookies and shit when you wake up. Be like, here, keep
like,
these oatmeal raisin, baby. You just know not to fuck with me no more.
Nah, don't mess with her. Like, what? Nah, trust me, do not play with her. You don't want to play with the old lady. Like, I can take the old lady. All right, go ahead and play with her if you want to. You got a 12-year-old girl named Ava. That's the same as I think. She's all dainty and small, coming here, little play school shoes on her. Cause like y'all keep playing with the little girl if you want to. I said I don't play with her no more. I said I'm a black belt. She all right, show this move, something. She put her hand around here and she choked you like she a grown ass man. Like, oh wow, okay, let go.
Be like, nigga, you just got choked out by Rainbow Bright. Like, damn.
Yep.
Damn.
I said, after that, I have no shame in my game. Who'd you tattoo? Him, that little one right there.
And I dare somebody else to run up on her. Okay, they go learn just like I did.
My little girl. I said, trust me, don't play with her.
Man, that's what's up. Hey, Shizz, real quick, man, tell people where they can find you at, man, if they want to, know more about, you or want to get into MMA and everything. Tell them how to find you, bro.
You can find me on Instagram at ShizzX, SHIZZX. My gym is actually in Newark, Delaware, off of Main Street behind the comic book store. It's at Elite Jiu-Jitsu. It's at www.elitejujitsu.com. We train there pretty much every day except Sunday. So if y'all want to come try it out, you get a 2-week free trial.
Rob, I appreciate you taking this time out on your Sunday afternoon and bearing with us with all our technical difficulties on Jarrell's end and everything.
Appreciate you having me in, bro.
You in the beginning either. Don't do that. Like you was affected. Don't act like you ain't had to reboot some stuff. Like look, hold on now. I sat quietly in my corner because my mic didn't work.
Oh man, that's what's up, man. Just go ahead, we can wrap this up and everything, man.
I do my spoken word. Let me do my thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on live and I'm gonna at y'all right now too, so y'all need to know. But you gotta give me a word. Sure, I was like, because I was like, oh, I should. Nope, I'm gonna have you give me a word. Boom, and then I'm gonna do my improv.
So what word you want to give? I would say tap out, but I don't want you doing no future shit.
Nah, my main word for this sport itself is just humble.
Humble? Okay. See, that wouldn't have picked that. Okay. No part of me thought that's where this was going, where I was going to take it. So I like that.
So that's where you going. You going with humble?
I am. Go with humble.
All right. So okay. Oh, this nigga always got to put the camera on me. All right. Okay, good people. By the way, y'all know it's your boy G Dash. Welcome back to BOREDinDE. This is the first BOREDinDE situation. We back. We just recorded it, so y'all gonna see this in a few weeks if you watch it on the live. With my man Shawn Carn, tagged him in here. Carnage. Getting his jujitsu on. So, and the word he gave me, for this situation was is humble. By the way, pop out the book, Day by Day, Volume 1, The Willing. Grab that book, and you'll see me with Funksville next, not this Friday, but the following Friday for a fucking chill situation. You'll get the links to cop the tickets. All right. With that said, the word is humble. I'm thinking a lot of times people don't associate Carnage with being humble. A lot of times people don't associate MMA with anything without folks just trying to rumble. A lot of times people don't understand the mechanics that go into all of it. They think that it's all about being hand-to-hand combat. No. Let's slow down a bit. It's about understanding that losses can happen to all of us. It's that understanding that it's not about size. It's about how you think of it and leverage. I hope you understand it, because you must know that you need to respect it. You can't choose to neglect it, but if you think that it's all about just trying to throw them things or wrestle someone down, most of the time, you're going to get tapped out. This is when you forget what it's really all about. It's not about bragging out saying that you did this or you did that, because if you really did that, you ain't got to say you did it. I mean, honestly, if you're nice at it, trust me, the world's going to know that you're nice with it. Okay? See, a lot of times people think it's all about how I can hit you with a high knee or grapple you down for a second and then make you submit to me. no, please believe it's chess, not checkers. You thinking that this is just a Legos trying to build piece by piece. And that's why your thought process out of my reach. Because it starts off with division. It starts off with knowing how it feels to leave this winning. To show them that no matter how they acknowledge this fight, they're going to say that they picked me and they picked right. It's going to let you know that it starts with proper planning, and proper planning starts with myself. Because when you reach a certain level, it don't make sense to just study everybody else. That self-awareness is going to be much more impactful. See, most people that don't associate Carnage with being humble, and a lot of those people who got into that ring with Carnage left being a little extra humble. All right, y'all. Again, this is your boy G Dash. That was for my man Shawn Carn, aka Carnage. Y'all know what he do. All right. Day by day, volume 1 and willing. BOREDinDE. We back. All right.
That wraps it up. You know, G always got to finish us off with a nice off the dome poem and everything. Again, Shizz.
I give you that one.
Thank you.
Again, Shizz, man, appreciate you taking your time out, bro. Love you, man. We gotta get up
You too,
soon.
bro.
We gotta get up soon. We gotta get up soon for either some sparkling water or some ginger ale, because Shizz don't drink. Some lemonade. Oh, you have to do some lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. Oh man. But yeah, that's what's up. Jarrell, man, definitely get with me tomorrow, man, after you get off work, so we can go ahead and have our little production meeting. Shizz, when you get a chance, email your information to Jarrell so we can put the lower thirds up when we put the video up and everything like that.
Gotcha.
Y'all fellas, man, y'all have a good day, man.
All right, brother.
All right.
All right, G.
Later.
Easy.